This is our agenda. Introduction to CHV 13, importance of CHV 13 in today's cybersecurity landscape, key changes in it, and highlighting of the new topics. If you talk about CH, Certified Ethical Hacker, I believe out here many of you might have heard about this CH V13 or CH, not V13, just about the CH as well, if I'm not wrong, right? Many of us might have heard about it, correct? So when you're talking about CH, it's a Certified Ethical Hacker in which learn about the concepts of ethical hacking. See, uh, when we talk about ethical hacking, it's like a way hacker tries to perform the hacks or try to perform things, in an order to get some unauthorized access or to crack a password or something like that. Right? In a simple way, I'm trying to crack it down. Ethical hacking means whatever the hackers we are doing, that is for the good purpose. The ones who play by the rules in the books. We have malicious hackers out there, those who try to perform hacks in order to do some damage or disruptions. Okay. On the same page, we have ethical hackers, those are good people, you can say, and they try to help the organization or organization, we can say, to make our environment more stronger and remove all those vulnerabilities which are present before any malicious hackers can take an advantage of that. So for that ethical hacking, we have this certificate which is named CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. It is developed by EC Council as an internationally recognized credential in cybersecurity. So it has it equips professionals with the knowledge and tools needed to think and act like a hacker to help organizations defend against cyber threats. So version 13 is the latest one, which has been introduced. Uh, it introduces a host of updates, which is regarding latest trends, reflecting all those latest trends, and attacking vectors in our cybersecurity landscape. Okay, so as mentioned over here, CHV 13 certificate is designed to equip professionals with the essential skills to become proficient in ethical hacking and cybersecurity. The version 13 V13 version introduces a robust integration of AI powered technologies and advanced techniques to enhance the learning experience and effectiveness of ethical hacking strategies. Designed to equip professionals with hands on ethical hacking skills for modern day challenges. So we all know now everything is being dealt up with your AI, isn't it? Artificial intelligence. So in this one, all the modules which were previously there, like not all, I would say mostly of them, has AI been introduced along with them. So if you're talking about ethical hacking or different phases of hacking, AI is being used over there. We are using AI in order to perform those operations for us. In today's cybersecurity threat landscape or cybersecurity landscape, if we talk about, here it's combating with AI, combating AI powered threats, closing the cybersecurity skills gap, emphasizes proactive approaches to identify and mitigate threats easily or early, strengthening organization defenses, enhancing career opportunities, and adaptability in a rapidly changing environment. See, this inclusion of AI-focused content in CHV 13, it reflects your shifting nature of cybersecurity, where both attackers and defenders they leverage AI for their strategies. Okay, so this V13 version it helps the ethical hackers to stay ahead in the rapidly changing threat environment by walking them through how to combat AI powered threats or to adopt any proactive measures and also to enhance their career opportunities in this competitive job market. Okay, so combating AI powered threats is mentioned over here. So AI driven attacks are happening nowadays, right? You guys might have heard about deepfakes. Heard about it? Deepfakes. How original the videos are getting now, isn't it? Deepfakes are there. AI based phishings are also happening now. Very sophisticated phishing emails or attacks are happening nowadays, right? And we have these autonomous malwares, malicious software, we can say. They're also increasing, which are used by the cyber criminals. So CHV 13 they prepare professionals to detect and defend against any adversarial artificial attacks and artificial intelligence attacks, and to develop the countermeasures also for AI enhanced attacks like ransomware, botnets, and spear phishing campaigns or phishing campaigns. And also, like it also have this adversarial machine learning, right? So where attackers they manipulate AI and they requires an in-depth understanding of it, which like CHV13 is addressing with them. Okay. Second point is mentioned over here, closing the cybersecurity skill gap. Yes, definitely. So demand for AI in cybersecurity profession is growing. Okay, but the skill gap, I would say, it remains significant. So CHV13 it helps us to bridge this gap by providing a practical knowledge in using and testing AI powered tools. Like with the help of it, you can go for automated reconnaissance, like information gathering, we call it. So you can use AI tools to gather information regarding the target. You can use AI for vulnerability scanners. You can use AI for predictive threat detection systems, and many more. So, like certified professionals, they will become valuable assets in the industry, right? Where AI and cybersecurity skills are increasingly interdependent. So that's quite for good uh, certificate, or you can say a knowledgeable base which you can leverage on. Third point I mentioned emphasizes proactive approaches to identify and mitigate threats early. So definitely, CHP13 in this one it introduces a proactive threat identification methods which is using AI-driven technologies, which helps the organization to prevent incidents before they can escalate. So ethical hackers trained in this version will learn to simulate the AI-powered attacks and uncover the vulnerabilities before malicious actors can exploit them, isn't it? And any behavior analytics which is powered by your AI also allows any early detection for insider threats and any unusual activity, helping to prevent the breaches as well. Fourth point is strengthening organizational defenses. So, yeah, when many modern cybersecurity solutions, like your SIM solution, firewalls, IDS, and everything, they now incorporate AI to enhance their capabilities. So, we'll be learning about them as well, right? Actually, organizations they benefit from the certified profession, who know how to optimize AI-driven security frameworks or security AI-driven security tools. So which can help us to reduce our response time, preventing any kind of an attack or a breaches. So that's why it helps us to learn about those things as well. Similarly, enhancing career opportunities, as I mentioned. So certification of CHP13, obviously, it will be ensuring that the participants or the candidates they remain competitive in the job market. So this certificate will be demonstrating your or vouching for your knowledge regarding the AI-based tools and methodologies which you have learned, and many job roles opportunities will be opened up for you, right? And adaptability in a rapidly changing environment is along with that as well. Like see, cybersecurity landscape, it's constantly evolving. We all agree with that, right? So with new threats and tools emerging daily, this 13 CHV13 it ensures that these professionals they develop uh, and have this adaptive mindset, which will be learning to which is up for the learning and navigating these changes effectively as well. So this certificate is helpful in terms of that as well. So with the rising use of AI in IoT, Internet of Things, OT security, cloud infrastructure, ethical hackers they need to be trained, right? So we'll be looking out for those things into your CHV13 as well. Okay, so adaptability will be the key as future AI regulations and ethical standards they emerge. So CHV13 help us to make sure that professions they are ready to comply with these new frameworks as well. So these are the importance of CHV13 AI in today's cybersecurity landscape, we can say. Okay. Key changes if I talk about in terms of here in CHV13 AI. So see modules. Forget about the modules or the or the domains which were there over there. It's just about that. Okay, here AI has been introduced. It's the main thing over here. So we talk about these pointers here. Uh, Version 13 it introduced various significant upgrades to address this evolving challenges of modern cybersecurity. So they focus heavily on AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning tools. So you get some hands-on experiences over there, and you can look out for those emerging technologies as well. Okay. So these changes they can help us to stay ahead of the cyber criminals, right? So over here we have introduction to AI ML powered threat analysis tools, right? So AI machine learning will be there, and these are now the central to both offensive and defensive security operations, right? Which is used for performing hacking as well as to defend against them. So we'll be focusing. It's quite like mentioned over here. Heavily, it is mentioned over here in the CEH v13. So it introduces your AI enhanced threat analysis tools that help you to, as I mentioned before, like help it will be helping us to automate your reconnaissance, information gathering, identifying the vulnerabilities, and protecting any potential exploits out there. So ethical hackers they will learn how to operate tools with your AI driven anomaly detection and predictive threat analysis as well, gaining insight into how these systems will be flagging suspicious behavior. So that kind of knowledge we'll be grabbing up from. See, if you think about it, knowing how things can be defended will always be an advantage for an hacker, isn't it? If you know, like for example, if there's any firewall which is praised or any antivirus is there, if you know how that antivirus is working, don't you think you can bypass it more better now once you know the working about it? Do you agree with that? If you know how antivirus or the firewall is working, you can bypass it more easily after that. It's not just only about attack in CH in AI. Okay. It will be also telling you about in terms of how it can be used in order to defensive as well. Like, we'll be learning about those concepts over here. So detection and predictive threat analytics will also be there, right? So you'll be getting insight into how these systems they can flag suspicious behavior and every that bit about it, right? So this entire shift from normal, ethical hacking and the ethical hacking along with using your AI and defensive also using your AI, this shift it prepares your professionals to compete with the malicious or hackers or adversaries out there which are using AI based tactics. Okay. Second point as mentioned, updated hands-on labs featuring real-world cyber scenarios. Absolutely. So here we are talking about practical experiences. Okay, practical experiences will be there, which will be simulating real-world cyber attacks and defensive scenarios, which is using your AI, or you can say powered by your AI. Okay, so like you'll be learning about things like AI based as mentioned reconnaissance exploitations, gaining access. We will also learn about the concepts about AI based phishing attacks, the countermeasures. You'll be exploring or exploration of adversarial AI to manipulate or bypass machine learning models, AI augmented penetration testing tools for rapid scanning and exploitation, and many more. So basically, the hands-on training will be there, which makes sure the ethical hackers they can apply those theoretical knowledge in high-pressure situations as well, right? And we'll be learning, like we'll be practically implementing whatever the theoretical concept has been, mentioned over there. So it's like mirroring the real world environments for us. Third point is enhanced focus on cloud security, IoT, and blockchain. So with cloud platform, IoT devices, and blockchain technologies, since they are now quite of a hot topic as well, along with AI. Listen. So it has been, and they have been become an integral or important part to your model infrastructure, right? So in CHP13, we'll be talking about them as well. Okay. Like cloud security will be there, like automating cloud resources, monitoring to detect any misconfiguration, and preventing any unauthorized access, right? Regarding cloud security, we'll be discussing over there. IoT will be also there, right? IoT security. So AI will be there in terms of threat hunting in IoT security. So we'll be understanding vulnerabilities in smart devices and how also AI models can predict the anomalies or misbehavior in the connected networks. That will be also part of it. Blockchain security, studying about the AI enhanced threat detection and blockchain applications will also be there. Like talking about the crypto wallets and decentralized finance platforms about them as well. Fourth pointer, which is regarding new attacking vectors and different strategies with AI powered automation. Definitely. Since CEH v13 it introduced the some attacking vectors or like for example it will be including AI based malware that adapts to bypass detection systems and keep on changing its coding as well. Automated social engineering will be attacks will be there. Like deepfake videos I talked about, targeting phishing using chatbots, and not just that, defense strategies will also be covered over there. So AI-driven automation and security operation will be there. Like you'll be using, it will be talking about like SIM systems to detect anomalies and trigger incident responses, implementing adaptive defenses that evolve with attacker tactics using machine learning. You know, so ethical hackers they are trained to over here to leverage AI in order to automate, most importantly for the penetration testing. Okay, but not just that, it will be also making sure that you have a thorough understanding about the security, or you can evaluate the security with knowing about defensive measures as well, right? And here we really try to learn like, how we can uh, perform those activities with minimal human intervention. So these are the key changes in CHV13 AI. Now talking about couple of highlights of new topics, I would be just talking about them. A couple of new topics highlights over here. Many would be there, but yeah, these are the quite interesting and important ones out of them. So as I mentioned, AI-driven ethical hacking will be there, right? AI-driven ethical hacking will be there. So in ethical hacking, it means like you're hacking for the good purpose, and it has certain phases. Everyone, like for information gathering will be there, enumerating performance scanning. I would say scanning is there. You try to identify vulnerabilities, open ports, services running over there. You try to gain the access, maintain the access, and clear the logs or tracks, right, to remove all your history. So these things, what has happened? AI has been integrated into them. Okay. So see, ethical hacking when you talk about it is referred to as white hat hacking. Okay, so it involves like identifying and fixing vulnerabilities in computer systems and networks before any malicious hacker can exploit them, right? So AI-driven ethical hacking will be leveraging artificial intelligence to automate and enhance the process of vulnerability detection, penetration testing, all those things. So AI-based tools will be there which can help us to simulate those attacks and analyze any large volumes of data to find weaknesses much faster than your traditional manual techniques. Okay. So you're like for example, AI will be there in vulnerability scanning. Vulnerability scanning means identifying the vulnerabilities which are present in your environment. Okay, so we'll be using tools like they'll be using tools will be used which can help us to or will be assisting in ethical hackers by analyzing for vulnerabilities present over the like SQL injection maybe or buffer overflow XYZ like that. So AI models they can automatically suggest the patches or highlight the unusual network activity as well that may indicate the presence of the threats, right? So like see, there are a lot of benefits out of it. Speed will be there, right? AI they can process data faster than humans, right? It can identify the potential threats in real time. It will be having benefit of predictive capabilities as well. So AI they can predict future vulnerabilities by learning patterns from the past attacks as well, right? So these things, Active Directory attacks, these are topics are also included in version 30. So AD is a Active Directory. For those who don't know about it, it's a service that manages permissions and access to network resources. So it is also oftenly targeted by attackers because gaining control over an AD, Active Directory, can give them good amount of control over the entire organization's network. So there are a lot of attacks has been introduced, like pass the hash attack is there, Cerberus ticket attacks are there. So these kind of things. Ransomware attacks and mitigations. See, ransomware it's a type of a malware, a malicious software, right? That does what? It encrypts the victim's data with the attackers demanding a ransom to unlock it. And those ransoms are asked in the form of your bitcoins. So these attacks are they're highly destructive and they can literally cause good amount of financial and operational damage. So if you want to learn about it, you can look for the WannaCry ransomware attack, which was happened in 2017. WannaCry. Okay, it was one of the most infamous ransomware attack, which exploited a Windows vulnerability, and it actually encrypted the data, or you can say logged the data on over 230K computers in more than 150 countries, I would say. So it targeted hospitals, banks, business, and demanding Bitcoin payments to decrypt the data. That's their ransom. So you'll be learning about them as well in this one. And AI machine learning, sorry, AI machine learning in cybersecurity is there. So AI and machine learning have become, as I mentioned, integrated in modern cybersecurity strategies, right? They help us to automate threat detection, incident response, and anomaly detection by learning from data and identifying patterns that could indicate potential threats. So in that way. Apart from that, IoT security challenges, we'll be learning about them as well. So Internet of Things, which connects billions of devices to the internet. So ranging from your like I would say smart home devices to industrial sensors like Alexa, you know, is also there. So many IoT devices are insecure, and which has a lot of vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit. So Mirai botnet was also there in 2016. If you learn about it, Mirai botnet, MIRAI botnet, it used vulnerable IoT devices like cameras and DVRs to launch a massive, DDoS attack, taking down a major websites like Twitter and Netflix over there. So we'll be learning about those security challenges as well, right? So we'll be learning about the challenges and mitigations, security in respect to that. Critical infrastructure vulnerabilities is also there. So critical infrastructure, it includes like energy grids, water treatment plants, transportation systems like OT based. So it's also becoming like increasingly interconnected and digital as well. So this interconnection exposes some important or vital systems to cyber threats. And an attack on such infrastructure, it can lead to severe consequences. Okay, there was this Ukraine power grid attack in 2015. So hackers over there they attacked Ukraine's power grid, which caused a blackout in various reasons. So attackers they use a spear phishing email was used to infiltrate the grid's control systems and take them offline. So we'll be learning about these kind of things as well. Okay, deepfake threats as I told you, AI since AI is there. So deepfakes they are AI generated or altered videos or images that realistically simulate real people, making it hard to distinguish between what's legitimate content and what's a manipulated media, right? So these are used for disinformation, of fraud, or blackmail, in those kind of situations. So many scenarios it has been already used. So deepfake videos of political leaders can be used to spread false information, manipulate election, right? So any public figure, their deepfake media can be made to make controversial statements, which can go viral and cause chaos over there. So we'll be learning about those things. We'll be seeing how tools can be utilized in order to create those, deepfake videos as well. Okay? So, see, in short, if I have to conclude this entire thing in terms of your uh, AI and ethical hacking, see, majorly the key is AI has been introduced, and AI can enhance ethical hacking. Okay, by automating the task, improving accuracy, and identifying the vulnerabilities that traditional methods might miss. Okay, so they can help us to automate the vulnerability scanning. I'm just giving the pointers. So ethical hackers they can they can start by scanning a target system or network for known vulnerabilities, and AI can accelerate this process by analyzing large data sets of known vulnerabilities and actively searching for any potential weaknesses in real time. Okay, so AI tools, they can use machine learning models to scan networks, operating systems, applications for common vulnerabilities, right? And they can prioritize the vulnerabilities based on the severity and likelihood of being exploited. AI can be used for threat intelligence gathering. AI can, help us to like sift through vast amount of data from threat intelligence feeds, dark web forums, and social media platforms to provide ethical hackers with insights on emerging threats. So, by identifying patterns in real time, AI tools can alert the ethical hackers to new attack vectors and potential security holes, which they can also perform. Right? Automated penetration testing is also there. So, AI can assist ethical hackers in conducting penetration testing by simulating your cyber attacks more efficiently. So, AI models are there which can be trained to mimic the behavior of real attackers, probing systems for weaknesses while continuously adapting based on the responses of the target environment. Okay. So we have tools like Cobalt or Pentera, which use AI to automatically perform penetration testing. So these tools emulate the attacks such as network infiltration, privilege escalation, lateral movement across systems, simulating how a real attacker would behave basically. By doing so at a much faster pace than human testers could achieve manually. Right? AI can be used in social engineering simulations also, as I talked about it. AI generated phishing attacks will be there. Deepfake simulations are being used. Voice are being changed as well. Many more. So it can be used to predict the analytics for vulnerability management, as I told you before. Right? It can be used for various purposes. Basically, it can be used for web application testing also. Web application testing. So AI can be used to test web applications for vulnerabilities by mimicking your human interactions with the web interface. Okay, so it will be looking out for any flaws or weaknesses like broken authentication, session hijacking, or any improper data validation, all those things. There are tools out there which uses machine learning algorithms to scan web application and identify the security issues over there. So ethical hackers, they can use these tools to find and fix vulnerabilities like SQL injection or a cross-site request forgery in web application before attackers can exploit, right? And lastly, it helps us in AI is also helpful in terms of automating reporting and remediations. So after an attack, post-attack reporting and remediation can be time-consuming part of ethical hacking. So AI can help by automatically generating detailed reports on discovered vulnerabilities, potential impacts, and recommended remediation actions as well. Okay. So your AI system, they can definitely generate some good reports after vulnerability scan or penetration testing, which will be highlighting the most critical issues and provides the recommendations for mitigations as well. Okay. So that would be like in summary of how AI can be used and utilized in your ethical hack.